Hi, this is Shweta. One of the things that we really focus on with our clients is sustainable business growth. And the lever, which is again a lot in focus, is conversions to achieve that business growth, because it's a relatively easier lever to focus on compared to other three levers which also lead to growth. Now, there are three key elements which I want to share with you which result in solid conversions in the business, which you might want to jot down. And it's a 3C framework. So the first C is connection. The second is competence. And the third is control. In the sales process, to achieve the right level of conversions, the salesperson needs to have the right level of connection, needs to show the right level of competence, and very importantly, needs to have the right control on the sales process. Now, we can go a lot deeper into this topic, but I want to again share with you just one simple thing, which is the most powerful tool to ensure there is right level of connection, competence, and control. And that powerful tool is questions. Now, what I've seen very often is that salespeople are either pitching, talking too much, or trying to build lots of connection, but are too scared to go into the competence zone or control zone, or they're not asking the right level of questions or the right number of questions of the right nature to ensure that all these three elements are falling in place without overdoing or underdoing any one of them. Now, if you think about it, generally speaking, the nature of questions to build that connection is more open-ended. It's a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, so it's like, tell me for how long have you been doing this? How did you get into this in the first place? And you're just trying to understand, and they're a little bit more relaxed and open-ended. To show competence, the nature of questioning changes. Here you're asking a lot more specific questions, the technical questions to understand your client's operations, their business, or their requirements. And because of the nature of questions, the prospect gets the sense that you know your subject, you understand where you are coming from and where they are coming from. And that's the specificity of the questions versus fluffy questions, because nobody likes fluffy questions as far as the competence is concerned. And then when it comes to control, remember, just by asking questions, the person is in control. You are in control of the whole sales process, whether you're building connection or you're building competence. But again, there are certain questions to be asked to make sure that there are no surprises happening for you in your sales process. So things like, so who are the decision makers in your business? Things like saying that, are you looking at, so what's your procurement process? What are the other options that you're looking at? Or have you worked with someone like this before? Or things like, what's the kind of timeline you have in mind? So again, just by asking these questions, you're trying to preempt all the possible reasons of delay, and you're also staying in control. So remember one thing, it's connection, it's competence, and it's control. And the best way to get these three elements working for yourself in the sales process is by asking the right kind of questions, knowing when to be open-ended, knowing when to be very specific, very technical, and knowing when to be in control to preempt the possible issues of not being able to close the sale. Because at the end of the day, what we want is a strong conversion rate. Rather than leaving money on the table, we would want that money to be in the business and a chance for us to serve the potential client through the business.